Hello, friends, and welcome to Chit Chat with John V and Maria. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by the CAES Speaking Studio at the University of Hong Kong, supporting HKU students to becoming confident and competent speakers in social, academic, and professional settings. I'm your host, John V, and I'm a Year 3 computer science student. Now on to my co-host.
Hi, I'm Moria, and I'm a Year 3 biomedical sciences student. So today we're just going to be talking about the Mid-Autumn Festival and celebrations during COVID-19. And we have three awesome guests here with us today, so can we start with you? Can you introduce yourself?
Sure. Hello everyone, my name is Albie, and I'm a second year PhD student from the Department of Psychology, and my research focuses on sleep and psychopathology.
Hi, I'm Mo. I'm also a second year but MPhil student from the Department of Psychology, and my research deals with memory control, so it's in the field of cognitive neuroscience. And I also tutor the course that we are shooting this for, the podcast. It's the course on psychopathology.
Hi everyone, my name is Hillary. Nice to meet you guys and thanks for having us here. I'm a second year PhD student as well in the Department of Psychology, and I am studying cognitive neuroscience.
It's a pleasure to have all of you guys here today. So, Janvi, I know that you've been using the MTR and you've definitely seen all the mooncake ads, right? I mean, it's everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Since the Mid-Autumn Festival is nearing, I feel like the MTRs are just flooded with mooncake ads. And since it's a tradition to exchange mooncakes during the Mid-Autumn Festival holidays, I'm actually planning to buy a few for my friends at Hall and just enjoying the next few days with them.
I think that's really nice. I mean, personally, I like the mango flavored mooncakes. I know that's not the traditional one. I don't like the traditional one though. It looks so good in the ads. Like they're like biting and they're so happy. But how about you guys? What are you planning for Mid-Autumn?
I suppose I'll be spending some time with my family, and we do love mooncakes. I grew up in Hong Kong, so we love having mooncakes during Mid-Autumn Festival, and I think we're going to try this new flavor from Häagen-Dazs that's an ice cream mooncake, so that'll be really cool and very innovative for us as compared to the traditional type of mooncakes. What about you, Mo? Have you ever had a mooncake before?
Yes, because I have been living in Hong Kong for quite a few years, so at least I've tried the traditional one with the red bean paste, although I heard you didn't like it, but I think I kind of like it, although I don't have a sweet tooth. But in terms of desserts, and it's a kind of a unique dessert, so I like it. But I haven't tried the new ones, the ones that I saw in advertisements. And as for celebrating Mid-Autumn Festival, since my family is back in India, so most likely I'll spend a lot of time sleeping because it's a long weekend. So I would like to get some rest and take a break from work, and also watch some movies or like catch up on my reading because I love reading novels in my free time. So I'll do that.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan, actually. What about you, Albie?
Just like Hillary, I grew up in Hong Kong. So basically, I've tried all sorts of mooncake, and I'm also crazy for dessert. So I like both the traditional one made with the salted egg, and also the new one. Durian is my all-time favorite. So I probably will have a box of durian mooncake and also the traditional one, of course. And I think in terms of celebration, because my grandparents are quite traditional, so I think we will, just like the past years, we will have family dinner. And they will also prepare some traditional Chinese food, like the black moles and also the dried oyster, because in Cantonese they sounds like fortune and rich. So I think for elderly in particular they found it fortune very important. Yeah.
Wait, so Alvi, what's the maximum you've eaten or at one go?
How many mooncakes?
Yeah, how many mooncakes?
I think it's difficult to count because usually we will divide it, right? We will divide the mooncake and then share among relatives and friends. so it's difficult for me to really count how many mooncake I have ever had. But in like, I think in terms of the whole October, I will I probably have more than 10 in the end,
Wow.
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, when my dad, I think he was in China. I'm not sure, but someone gifted him like 50. And he just ate like 10 in a row, and someone told him it was really unhealthy. So, I mean, enjoy. Just enjoy.
Life is short, I guess.
Yeah.
You could have a shot at writing for Time Out and having an article on the best mooncakes.
Yeah.
You're
And
really the
I'm
food
definitely an expert
expert.
on it, yeah.
And yeah, just adding on to what Albie said, that you usually share the mooncakes with your family, right? And that's the whole essence of the Mid-Autumn Festival, that is exchanging mooncakes with your friends. But as we all know, we are amidst a pandemic right now. And so I was curious to know how you guys are planning to spend the Mid-Autumn Festival holidays, given that we are in a pandemic and social distancing, and if you've had any experiences of any other celebrations, birthdays, anything else, and how you're dealing with the new normal.
Right. I definitely feel like it's important to be cautious in this time. We have a family lunch planned in the coming few days, and I have a pretty big family, so the maximum number of people that can be sitting at a table is only 4 at a time. So what I've seen some restaurants do is put up dividers, even though sometimes it might not really work because it's just a little piece of plastic between people. So I think it's just great that they're at least giving us the chance to sit as a whole family and not just have 4 people at a time. Because it's great to always celebrate with more friends and family. What about you, Mo? Have you been to any celebrations lately or anything planned?
Not specific to Mid-Autumn Festival, because I live a bachelor life here. But for celebrations like birthdays, I had to decline the invitation to attend one of them back in March, because I just wanted to be cautious, also for my health as well as for others. It certainly has adversely impacted our social life. I'm referring to COVID. But I hope this doesn't become the norm as to being away from social interaction, or not being able to have that sort of intimacy with other people. So hopefully things would get back to normal real soon, as they used to be back before the pandemic.
Yeah, and what about you, Albie?
I think in terms of the Mid-Autumn Festival celebration, it wouldn't affect my family much, because we are used to having dinner at home. So the restaurant limitation, things like that, didn't really apply to my family because we are staying at home. And I think the only change is that in the past year, autumn is coming, right? So we will have hot pot together. But I think this is the only thing, because of to prevent the virus, the infection, things like that, we probably won't have a hot pot this year. But we still would gather together as a family. But in terms of other aspects, because I'm quite an introverted person, so in the very beginning, the COVID didn't really affect me much, because I'm not used to having a lot of gathering with friends. But as time goes by, the school has suspended. Although I did like structure and I enjoy going back to school to work, I gradually realized that it's even hard for me to find a person to say hello or, to chit-chat a bit. And then I kind of realized, although I'm an introverted person, but I do enjoy getting around with people, or just the mere presence and companionship did matter a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I find all those different forms of meeting people and celebrating so important. And I didn't realize how important all these things were until, the pandemic happened. I miss going to the mall all the time and just going to the cinema with my friends and family. It's weird. It's a new normal, but I guess we'll all get used to it and hopefully everything dies down. But it was great hearing all of your opinions. I think we had a really great discussion about it.
Yeah, and actually, quickly jumping in, is it only me or does anyone else get the weirdest YouTube recommendations these days?
I do. I think it was Sunday, and I got this video of this NBA star. He was running on the court and he broke his tibia, and you could see his bone on screen. It was really bad. Imagine tuning into your regular NBA game and then watching someone break their leg live on television. It's
horrible.
Weird.
Yeah, it's horrible, but that's a weird suggestion for sure. I feel like my laptop is always listening to me, and the conversations I have with my friends, maybe we're talking about this brand, and then the ads will definitely pop up on social media after talking about it. But that's my experience. I don't know about you guys.
What about you, Mo? You have anything?
Well, for YouTube recommendations, lately I've been seeing a lot of Uncle Rogers. Yeah, because
Me too. I've had those ones too. Yeah.
And perhaps it's because I like to watch these food recipe videos. So his videos are going viral right now. So he pops up a lot, but I love his videos. It's very funny. And I haven't had any weird recommendation yet from YouTube. For Facebook, I don't use it that much, so I'm safe from that. It's Facebook is its own virus, I guess, because it's affecting a lot of other things like politics and other social outcomes.
True.
Yeah.
How about you, Ollie?
I didn't really get any YouTube recommendation. I don't really understand is it? Are you guys talking about the recommendations about what we have to be aware of during the pandemic, or?
No, not really. When you watch YouTube on the side, they have a bunch of videos that you can click next. So when you're done the video you're watching, then you just recommend
see.
something.
It's it says recommended for you, or even you just go to the YouTube homepage. They say recommended videos for you.
I see. Because probably I usually watch videos about children adoption or psychology related videos because I like children. So I didn't really get those kind of recommended videos. All my recommended videos are about adoption, things like that.
Well, all right then. I think we've gone a bit over time, so let's wrap up this episode. And it was really nice having you guys here and getting to see different perspectives on how people are dealing with the ongoing pandemic, and the introverts and extroverts alike are struggling with these new social distancing measures. And
Yeah, I just want to say thanks again, and everyone remember to tune in for our next podcast. Yeah, so have a great Mid-Autumn Festival and great weekend. Bye.
Yeah, thank you.
For having
Bye-bye.
us. Bye.